Do you struggle writing melodies? Is there something not quite right, or worse, boring about them? I'm a composer, and I'm going to share with you 5 quick tips that I really use when I sit down to write a compelling original melody. Let's get started. Tip number 1, don't stay in the same place. This is one of those hidden traps of melody writing that even I still fall into sometimes. Melodies want to have motion, and we hinder that motion when we land on the same note too often. You've heard of calling something one note, right? It means, hey, move on already. Let's take a listen to this example. Hear how we always keep coming back to the same place? It makes the melody feel a bit stale, like it's not going anywhere. A great melody takes us on a bit of a journey. This one's afraid to go outside. Let's tweak it a bit. Because this melody explores more territory, it feels more compelling. It has more of a story to tell. It's not always going to be this obvious when a melody is stuck. Usually you'll just have 1 or 2 repeated landing notes within a single phrase or at the end of it. Keep a sharp eye out and make sure it's intentional if you have them there. Tip number 2, give your idea a consistent rhythmic identity. I want to start this tip with another example of what not to do. What do you hear here? It's kind of all over the place, right? It's difficult for our ears to get a foothold when listening to this tune. We can make our melodies more memorable and followable by using a consistent rhythmic unit. Take a look at the theme from Indiana Jones. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. It's basically the same core rhythm 4 times in a row, but are we bored? No! Instead, these phrases feel like they belong together because they have the same rhythmic DNA. If you struggle with freewheeling rhythms in your melodies, you could try writing out only a rhythm first and adding melody notes later. But if you do, make sure that you... Tip number 3, put your emphasis in the right place. This goes hand in hand with the rhythmic identity of your melody. When you have a solid rhythm, you should feel a flow with different moments of strength and softness in it. Wherever those peaks of strength are in your rhythm, that's where the most important notes of your tune should go. That's what you're aiming for. Target notes. And remember to save the climax, the highest high, the lowest low, the loudest or the softest moment, for the place with the strongest rhythmic emphasis. Listen to the opening of Brahms' Lullaby. Hear how the highest note is on the strong beat of the 3rd repetition of the rhythmic idea? The climax of the phrase is right where we have the most rhythmic energy built up, and after that moment, the music slowly relaxes down. It would be totally different if we moved things around. It's fine, but it definitely doesn't have the same gravity as what Brahms went with, right? Tip number 4, learn exactly what you like. In Susan Rogers' excellent book, This Is What It Sounds Like, which I highly recommend you check out, she describes listening to all sorts of dimensions of melody. Do you like melodies that are smooth and flowing, or more quick and choppy? How about complexity? Do you prefer tunes that are sweet and simple, or ones that have a lot of chromatic spice? How about range? Do you like melodies that are wide and dramatic, or that stay within a smaller area? There are no wrong answers for what you like and why you like it. But the more you understand your preferences with great specificity, the easier it will be to troubleshoot your writing. When you feel like something's off, you're going to want the knowledge on hand to interpret what your gut tells you, identify the source of that feeling, and tweak your work in a way that you find appealing and effective. Tip number 5, sing! You don't have to be a great singer, or even a good one, to get the most out of singing through your work. Think of a melody you like the Fellowship theme from Lord of the Rings. Hum or sing it to yourself right now. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead. You know in your heart how it goes. Singing through your work isn't about producing the exact notes, although that is a powerful skill. This is about practicing the connection between feeling something and producing that thing. The more you practice this connection, the better you'll be able to know if what you're writing really is what you had inside. And that's really important. And if you already play an instrument, sing anyway. Do not let your fingers dictate your melody to you. It's the easiest way for something to sound noodly. That's it. 5 quick tips to help you write better melodies. If you found this helpful, share it with another musician so you can talk about writing melodies together with them. Maybe their likes and dislikes are totally different from yours. That's cool. You'll learn a lot about your own music by exploring someone else's. And of course, if you want more tips like these, subscribe to my channel. There'll be lots more in the future about music and composing, but also about overcoming self-doubt as an artist, so stay tuned for that. I've been Emmanuel Clement. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you go out and make some music today. All right, and we're out.